Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it is March and I have gotten so much done on the interior. Still a lot of work to do, but I wanted to go ahead and give you guys an update on where we're at. So I finished building out most of the interior, as in building the walls, getting the plywood cladding up, so it all looks awesome inside. All the lighting is done, all the electric's done, and it's looking great. And I just wanted to kind of give you guys an overview of what it looks like and how everything's situated before I start putting all the interior finishings on. So painting, getting all the interior furniture built in, and getting it ready to live in. So my official move-in date is April 30th. Today is March 25th. So I've just a little bit over a month to get this done so that I can move into it and live full time. It's been pretty hard just because I'm a second year medical student and we don't have a lot of time to do things in our daily lives. So it's just kind of been off and on working on it. But since the weather is so nice right now, I should be able to get a lot more done. And hopefully it'll be done in time for me to live in it. So let's go ahead and do a run through of where we're at. Alright, so sorry, I missed a lot of the recording for a bunch of the different pieces of the interior just because it's hard to position the camera since it is such a small interior. It's about 75 square feet, which I think is going to be perfect to live in after building up the walls and everything, which I'm about to show you. But yeah, it's been hard to situate the camera to get a full perspective of what I'm building, and I've also had the fire lid under me just to get this done in time that I've forgotten to film a couple times. But here, let me go ahead and just give you a full walkthrough of what it looks like right now. All right, just coming in. One thing I want to show you guys is the door. One side of the door turned out freaking awesome with the epoxy. It all looks beautiful. These black lines. It's sealed from the elements. It's great. But the interior, this side, even when I was building it, was giving me some problems. You can see it leaking in a couple areas. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do to fix that yet. I'm thinking of just putting a full-length mirror on this side of the door. And just calling it a day, but we'll see. We'll see where I'm going with that. Right now, it works perfectly fine, and I'm gonna clean up the leaks, and hopefully it doesn't start leaking again. It only happens when it's like super hot out, so we'll see where that goes. All right, so for the interior, first off, we'll go with the bathroom area. So this whole area is going to be my toilet, which is going to be a Nature's Head composting toilet. So back there, you can see is the outlet that I needed to plug in the toilet. I haven't added the actual vent, which will go right there to the outside, so that keeps any smells at bay. And then this is going to be the floor for my toilet. It's going to be raised up because underneath here, I want to add a big slide out drawer that just comes all the way out. That way I can put all of my shoes and knickknacks and stuff under there. And it's all out of the way, because you know, shoe storage is one of those things a lot of people don't think about building in, but it's like I have like 10 pairs of shoes and I want to keep them. So all the electrical stuff is all built in there. You can see the MPPT converter, all that stuff. These two are for getting power from the one's solar panels, and the other one is getting power from the inverter up to the main breaker box. So whenever I'm off grid and living off the battery, that's how that whole system works. Which, if you want to know more about that, just look at my full electric YouTube video. There is a single light in this space. And coming up on in here, light switch. So yeah, it all is looking pretty good. Going on to the shower. So this looks like a mess right now. The shower is going to be one of the things I finished last. So, see, it's hard to film in here just because it's hard to get a full view of anything. But yeah, that's basically the shower cubicle. I've started finishing the insulation in it and putting the basic plywood wall up, which is going to be painted over with this rubberized paint material, and then eventually PVC cladding is going to be put on there. Right now it's just kind of being used as tool storage. But I have already got all the plumbing lines run into it. So that's the main diverter and everything. I still have to finish putting a few PEX clamps on there. And then the shower head's already fully in and everything. So all of that is done. Let's go to the main room, which you can see a little bit better. So here in the back is where the bed is going to go. Over there is the vent for the hot water heater, which will also be in the bed. The hookups as well there. That is all my exposed piping connections for going into different places. So my goal is to have almost no connections within the wall, so because connections are usually where the freeze points are. So when they're all exposed like this, I can immediately see if there's going to be a leak somewhere. That's inlet for city water, inlet for filling up the water tank. Water tank is going to go there under the bed as well at the base. This is a gas outlet, which will actually be used for a Dickinson propane stove, which is going to go on this wall here and eventually vent out the roof, but that will be something I finish off in the fall. Over here is where is my battery storage going to go. I'm going to have a second battery, which is going to be a total of 220 amp hours of battery storage capacity. And then I'm going to build up a box that goes over this, so you won't be able to really see it, but it'll be on a swing door hinge, so you can open it up whenever you need. Right now I'm using car battery cables to be able to hook and unhook quickly, because I need to get access to the wall behind it for painting and all that sort of stuff. One more outlet here. There is going to be an outlet that comes into the desk, so the desk is going to go running all along this wall, so it'll be an awesome desk right outside the window where I can gaze outside and not do studying like I should be. And then here is the power switch for the inverter, so I can shut it on and off quickly whenever I need to. Over here is going to be the kitchen area. So yeah, that's just the wheel well underneath. That's the lines for where the hookups to the kitchen sink and everything's going to be. And then also I'm going to have a propane stove, so that hookup is right there. And then this is really cool. So this switch right here on the wall is the on and off switch for, let's see, that outlet. So that outlet is going to be connected to both the propane hot water heater and then also to the, oh God, what's it called? The thing that pumps the water pumper thing. Yes. The electric water pump is gonna also be hooked into there. So the reason I have that switch controlling that outlet is so I can switch it off whenever I'm leaving the house or I'm not using water or anything. So if middle of winter a pipe does burst or starts leaking or something, the water pump isn't going to be pumping water through it, just like making the whole system just keep going. So that's going to be great. And also save power because I only turn it on when I need, so I'm not getting a small electrical draw just because they're plugged in. All right, and I'll just give you one last shot of how the bathroom areas look. So both bathrooms have two large windows in them, just so that there's a lot of natural light coming in. I didn't actually put a ceiling light in the shower just because I didn't want to deal with all the waterproofing and everything. But yeah, this is where we're at. So time to explain the next phase. All right, so the next phase is painting. Yeah, so I am using Behr Premium Plus Ultra Paint. It's in a color called Polar Bear White. So all of these clad walls are going to be painted in this Polar Bear White just because I feel like it'll open up the space. Everything that is the cedar paneling on the ceiling and then also on the two bathroom walls, those are all going to stay cedar. I'm going to stain them with probably some teak oil or something like that, seal them up, and just leave those beautiful natural color. But for the walls, none of these black screws are going to be showing. All of these seams in between the different pieces of plywood is all going to be filled up with this Alex Flex flexible spackling, which is going to be put in any kind of divots, any kind of seams, anything like that. I'm going to be filling all those up, sanding it down, so I'll have a nice smooth wall to paint on. And yeah, that pretty much covers what we're about to do, and let's get to it. Hey guys! So I am really excited to be done with this part of the build because it looks fabulous. It's kind of like getting a haircut. When you're in the beginning stages, you're kind of like, oh, I don't know where this is going, I'm not quite happy with it, should I say something? And then later towards the end, you're like, okay, damn, that's looking good. So we're at the damn that's looking good stage. I've got all the walls painted white. It's polar bear white using bear paint. I also sealed all around the windows with silicone's white sealant, so I shouldn't have any problem with moisture seeping behind the wall paneling. I have my floor in, which is the Essential Oak Life-Proof flooring, which I shouldn't have any problems with the scratching, and it should be able to take a lot of wear and tear. I've got the rough ends for my hot water heater and my water tank, so that's all ready to go. Yeah. So much was done in this part of the build, and I'm so happy the way it's turning out. Oh, I forgot to mention, I stained all of the cedar paneling on the ceiling and also on these two back walls with something called tongue oil, one of the two. I'm going to call it tongue oil just because that sounds proper. But this stuff is supposed to be a one-step finish. It's supposed to naturally enhance the color tones of the wood, and it's also supposed to have some deep moisture protection to it, so I shouldn't have to worry about any moisture seeping behind these panelings and just mold growing in various places. So that is great. Now, with this part of the build done, I am getting close to the end stages. So what I have left is building the interior furniture, finishing out the trim on the edging, and then just doing a bunch of little things to finish out the build, including connecting all the water connections and gas connections and testing those. Luckily, I put all of my connection points at easily accessible locations. I actually built full boxes, trim them out and everything, but those hold all of my water connections, all of my gas connections, so I can get to them immediately if there's ever a leak. So I actually haven't done leak testing yet, but it should be fairly simple and straightforward. For my furniture, I'm using this really nice birch plywood that I got from Home Depot. It was hella expensive, but it is going to look amazing once it's all finished. And the last thing I'm waiting on is for a replacement axle for the trailer to come in, because this axle did not have brakes and was only rated for 3,500 pounds, which I think I'm at right now. Might be over, but I just ordered a new torsion axle from Dexter Axles, which is a 6,000 pound axle, and it also comes with electric brakes. So that will be awesome to have on this trailer. I'll never have to worry about it. I've already changed my coupler and everything to be 6,000 pounds, so I'm just basically upgrading the weight range for my trailer. And my car can tow 6,500, so I should be more than good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my YouTube channel and just supporting me all along the way. If you have any kind of comments, support, anything like that, more than welcome. It really means a lot to me. If you are a professional or you know what you're doing, that I don't know what I'm doing, and you see something in my build that isn't going to hold up or I didn't do quite right, go ahead and drop that in the comments below as well. So with that, I'm calling that a wrap.